take my next left, so centre left mirror, indicate down. Just coming off my gas, letting the hill and the engine brake slow me down. Easing it. Notice the 20-mile-an-hour signs coming in. Floor marking as well, just to help me out. Okay. Right. Now, on the left-hand side, I've got a road narrows from the left sign. You can see there. Right. And yeah, what is it? You can see these curves are just sticking out. So I'm going to check my centre right mirror, just move around. There's also a no left turn sign and a no entry sign on the left. That suggests that road's a one-way road coming out. Okay, centre right mirror, move to the middle. Right, so this kind of road looks quite narrow, so there's potentially a meeting traffic situation coming up here. Right, now the silver car has a bit of room on the right, if you notice. If I just hold back, I'm just slowing down a little bit, allowing that car to get into that space. I'm going to do the same with the van, which is quite quick. So I'm just dropping into one. Notice he just flashed me there to thank me. Oh, there's another one. Ooh, he's coming quite quick. So I'll just wait for this one as well. I can see it's clear after that one. Centre right mirror at my right blind spot and moving off. Right, and I've got another oncoming car there. Just going to dip into the left hand side where the space is here. Let's see. Yeah, they're coming through. So I'm just going to drop it into one. I've got the red car that's behind me as well. Behind them, sorry. Just waiting for those two to come through. There we go. Check my centre right mirror, right blind spot again. Away I go. Yeah, those kind of situations, double part situations with parked vehicles. I mean, obviously you had these chicanes that are on this road as well. On the left, just where the bollards are. So it indicates there's only room for one, but both you and the opposing car have to use the middle ground. So essentially it's neutral ground, so there's no real obvious priority there. Okay. Alright, notice here the van coming. Now again, I'm just dropping my speed again. I'm anticipating the blue van's going to come through. Yep, they took the priority. Thanks to me again. Centre right mirror, move out. So yeah, the parked vehicle on the left and the chicane on the right. Again, a double part sort of scenario. So don't anticipate that the other car will 100% wait for you. Don't assume that. Don't assume the priority and try and force your way through and speed up. If you do that, the problem is, what if the other car does the same? If you constantly do that, you guarantee at some point you will have a collision. Okay? Always better to err on the side of caution and be the one who's prepared to hold back. Cannot emphasize that point enough. Okay. Right, another potential meeting situation coming up here. So I'm just going to start slowing again. Letting the first one through, letting the silver van through as well. I've just come off my gas. Okay, there we go. Potential another one here. So again, I'm just easing off my gas. I'm just going to dip into the left hand side. Yeah, that worked out pretty well actually. Okay. Right, I'm going to take, let's have a look. Oh no, I can't speed up too much yet. The van's coming through ahead of me. So again, I'm just going to dip into the space on the left hand side. Notice the van did the same for me. There we go. So it's just the case, just be prepared to be courteous. That is always the point on a road like this. Okay. No, it's double parked vehicles. I can't see any. Oh, there's an oncoming car there, you can just see, but it's actually waiting for me. There we go. So that's a double parked car situation where one of us had to wait. Luckily that car had already made that decision for me, so it made my life a little bit easier. Okay. Right, crossroad situation come up here. Notice the car on the right is just waiting for me. I'm going to check my centre right mirror. He had to wait for me because the parked vehicles were on his side of the road. Okay, just going to hold back for this car that's coming. Drop to one. Now it's clear. Check my centre right and out I go. So I didn't feel there was room there. With that van, it was a bit bigger than the previous vehicle and it wasn't half on the curb like the previous vehicle was. Right, there's room for me in that car there. The parked vehicles on the right were half on the curb, so it allowed plenty of space. What I did though, I just moved a bit closer to the curb on the left just to give that other car a little bit more space. Okay. Right, now I've got a potential meeting traffic situation here. You can see there's a white van coming up ahead, but I've got two double parked vehicles. So I'm just going to move in on the left hand side. I'm just going to allow the van some space. Just moved into the left, but moved it round to the right. Then check my centre right mirror and my right blind spot. Yeah, that scenario there, you can't always guarantee what the other vehicle's going to do, and it just didn't look like there was space. So the best thing to do is always take charge of that situation and just be the one who waits. Very, very important, because you cannot predict what the other car is going to do. Yes, on certain occasions they may wait for you, but remember, that is not guaranteed. What is guaranteed is what you do. You're fully in charge of your actions. So take that opportunity just to be the safe driver. Okay, on a driving test, that's what an examiner particularly wants to see. There's a lot of people fail driving tests because on meeting traffic situations, they either wait for the other driver who they feel is more experienced to make the decision and wait for them, and they just keep going into this, they keep sort of sleepwalking into a road. It's just too tight. If you take charge of that situation and just hold back, we looked upon very favourably by a driving examiner. Now with this one, oh actually there's room. Notice the white car, it moved right over towards the curb there to give me plenty of space, so I could then move over. Initially where it was positioned, I didn't think there was going to be room because I had some big vans on my left hand side, so I was preparing to wait, but in the end they actually gave me plenty of space in that moment. Right, I have a lot of parked vehicles on my side of the eye. I can see an oncoming vehicle, so I'm just going to move slightly over to the curb, bring it round now more to the middle, just dropped it into gear 1, leaving a good distance. Okay, check my centre right mirror and my right blind spot. Yep, that's fine. Yes, you notice there all the parked vehicles are on my side of the road, so that was definitely not my right of way with the oncoming car. If anything else comes in now though, they'd have to appreciate I've got no gap to move in on the left, so they would have to wait. It's a bit of a windy road, this one. Oh, there's a car just come round the bend, but it's back on its own side before I'm there, that's fine. Just going to be keeping an eye out for any other oncoming cars. A little bit of jeopardy on this road. It's typical of any new estates that are built here. They're never in straight lines, they're always windy, quite narrow. It's got to be wary. Right, so again here you see the same scenario. I'm not going to go in the road ahead because that's a different road. The markings tell me the road bends to the right. Okay, right, now I can see a couple of oncoming vehicles, so I'm just going to throw my clutch in about there, tap my brake, drop it into 1. I'm not going to assume they're going to wait for me. I'm just going to pull in and just wait here temporarily for the two of them. Okay, right, looks okay. Centre right mirror, right blind spot. Off I go. Right, so again, I'm not assuming that the other car is going to wait for me. I'll take charge of that situation by holding back myself. Okay, right, now again here, look, don't just go in the road that's directly ahead of me. The markings tell me the road bends to the left. Ooh, now I can see a car coming. Look at this, a couple of cars here. Luckily it's a bit gloomy there because I actually could see the headlights before I saw the car. There was actually two of them. Right, check my centre right mirror again. Nudged my way off. Right, now notice there's a big bus coming, so I'm just going to nudge into the left. Okay, ooh, the bus is actually letting me go, so check my centre on my right. Just thanks him for the courtesy. So in that scenario, I anticipate the bus would just come through because it's bigger than me and the road was too narrow. But the bus actually had the same idea as me and was actually willing to let me go as well. So that was both of us essentially being safe. What you cannot do though as a driver is assume that the other car will always let you go through, because what if the other driver assumes the same of you, assumes you're going to wait, and you're just going to come unstuck if you have that mentality every single time. So if you always have the mentality of being a more defensive driver and willing to be the one who gives way, I guarantee you will avoid most accidents if you do that. Now I've got a meeting traffic situation here. I'm just going to nudge in on the left for this car coming through. There we go. Quick check of my centre right and my blind spot, and then off I go. The reason I waited there, it was a meeting traffic situation. There were cars parked on both sides of the road, which generally doesn't give an obvious priority to either me or the oncoming car. So took it upon myself there just to pull in. Safe option is to let the other car through in that scenario, because you can't always guarantee what the other driver is going to do. Okay, I can see there's a few oncoming cars now. Now looking at, there are only parked cars on my side and half on the curb, so at the moment there is space for me to fit through the middle. Just going a little bit slower just because the space is reduced. Okay, so reduced space on the road always equals reduced speed. Right, next here ahead, the road bends to the left. It's a bit downhill, so I'm just going to come off my gas again. No need to brake. Oh, I'll have to brake a little bit. That white van was just turning on my side of the road there. Just turned a little bit early. So just show you that, because I was already easing off and slowing down, that was easily sort of adjusted and prepared for that situation. Right, I'm just going to ease off and allow this car that's ahead of me just to get back on its own side of the road. Just standing me there. He'd kind of committed before I got there. Now, Shouldn't really have done that because he was on my side of the road, but because he was already there, there's no point in accelerating up to that situation, slamming on your brake, you know, giving him a stare down or something like that. They've made a little error there in judgment. It's just one of those things. We're all human. Just allow them to ease off. I had to drop to 1, but I kept it rolling. No biggie really, is it? Just letting them get back onto their side of the road. There's an oncoming car on my side of the road at the moment, so again I'm just easing off my gas, allowing it to get back on its own side of the road. There we go. There's another one oncoming, so I'm just going to drop into gear 1. I'm just going to allow it to get back on its own side just after that police car that's on the right hand side. There we go. You notice there's quite a few obstructions on this right hand side at the moment. Looks like there's must be some work being done on one of the houses on the right. There's a lot of works vehicles there. Right, now big bus, I'm just going to move into my left hand side because the bus is quite big, needs a bit of space. Right, now it's come through, centre right mirror. There is enough space for the normal size vehicle. So there, the same space with a bus, no room for me, but the same space with just normal size cars, plenty of space. 20 mile an hour sign on the left. Oh, now look, this white car's got its brake lights and its reverse lights on. So I'm just going to stop here for a second. Brake lights and reverse lights have come off. They must have finished what they're doing. So centre right mirror on my blind spot. Easing round. Could have been reversing back in another scenario, maybe to get back from a parked vehicle in front of them and ready to drive off. So I just held back just in case that happened. Okay. After that white car in my left mirror, yep, I'm going to move back over to the left. Notice the silver car coming. He's got parked cars on his side, but I've moved a bit closer to the curb just to give him the middle space. Chicane's coming off, got one on the right followed by one on the left. I've also got the parked car on the right. I can't see any oncoming cars at the moment, so centre right mirror, going to move over. No, that's fine, yeah. If there was a car coming, I'd have held back there. Right, notice the white van ahead of me, so I'm going to anticipate that they're not going to wait for me, so I'm just going to drop myself into gear 1. I'm trying to keep it rolling very, very slowly, just in case there's nothing after it. There's a taxi. I think I can make that first, so I'm going to speed up a touch. Yeah, I can just move over to my left position here. There we go. So I thought the taxi was quite far back, so I was okay to commit. Same with these two. I'm in this space first, so I'm going to just drop myself back into the left hand side there. Okay. So no oncoming cars at the moment, so I'll set my centre right, just move into the middle. Right, now I can see an oncoming car there, so again I'm just going to hold back. I'm just going to anticipate they're going to come through first. Down to 1, really slow. There we go, I think he's figured out what I'm doing now. Yep, that's fine. He was just prepared to hold back as well, just in case. This one I think's waiting for me. Yep, centre right mirror. Notice he flashed his headlight there. It's not officially highway code sort of procedure, that. Okay, flashing headlights normally is to indicate presence only, but you'll see on the road constantly that other drivers use it for that type of scenario. Okay, right, I'm here before this white car ahead, so I've just used the middle ground. Just going to nip back over to the left-hand side. A bit further to the left, that white van probably shouldn't have pulled out. Its backside of the van was stuck out a bit, so just had to move a little bit more to the left than I needed to, but there was some space there for me. Bit of a meeting traffic situation here. There's nothing else on coming after that white one. Check my centre right mirror and move around. Car just edging out from the side road there, not quite sure what it's doing. I'm just going to have to check my centre right and just move around them, and then check through my left mirror and then just drift back over. Yeah, to be a little bit sympathy with that lady, she couldn't really see me because she was trying to see round the van that was on the left hand side. But you've got to be wary when you're creeping out that you don't creep out too far, because if you creep out too far then you're in the way of the vehicles on the road already. Remember, you don't have the right of way there, so you've got to be really careful when you edge out. Try and keep a really low biting point, but also try and lean forward as much as you possibly can to ensure that you can see without pushing too much of your vehicle out, if that makes sense. Okay.